Example 2, how do I check solutions to equations? Tell whether the ordered pair is a solution of the equation. So we have the equation y is equal to 3x minus 7, and then we've got the point 6, 5. So I'm going to write this y is equal to 3x minus 7 so that I have it bigger. And then we have this point, the 6, 5. Our coordinate, remember, has these two variables that are assigned. The first coordinate is the x coordinate, and so that's 6. And then we have 5, which is the y coordinate. Now, if we take these points and we plug them in, we could see then if this ordered pair is a solution that would be found on the line y is equal to 3x minus 7. So let's take and plug in for y. So I'm going to have 5, I'm substituting in for y, and then I have 3, and then times x, and x is going to be 6, and then I'm going to minus 7. So I have 5 is equal to then 18 minus 7, 5 equal to 11. And since 5 is not equal to 11, we would say that this is not a solution. All right, so then let's check the next one. We have the f of x is equal to 4x plus 2. So in this case, when we have the f of x, what we're referring to is that this is the same thing as y. So I'm just going to write y is equal to 4x plus 2. And so we have the coordinate x and y, so let's plug these in. We're going to plug in the 10 for the f of x or for the y. We have 10 is equal to 4 times 2 plus 2. All right, is 10 equal to 8 plus 2? Yes, 10 is equal to 10. So in this case, yes, this is a solution. And then in our last one here, we have y is equal to negative 3x. So I have my x and I have my y, and again, we're just going to plug these in. I have 6, is that equal to negative 3 times negative 2, and 6 is equal to 6, and so this is a solution as well. All right, example 3, how do I graph a function? Graph the function, the f of x is equal to negative 2x plus 3 with a domain of negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So remember, when you're given the domain, those are all of your x values. So I'm going to plug in the negative 2, the negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. And now then we have to solve for the f of x. Again, we said that the f of x is the same thing as our y. So we're going to take our equation and we're going to plug in these values. So I'm going to write the f of x is equal to negative 2x plus 3. All right, so we're going to plug in our negative 2. So I'm going to have negative 2 times negative 2 plus 3. So I'll have negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, 4 plus 3. So when x is negative 2, our f of x or our y is going to be equal to 7. All right, so we're going to plug in then. Let's kind of erase that one, and we're going to put in a 1. I'm sorry, negative 1. All right, so negative 2 times negative 1 is equal to positive 2. 2 plus 3, we have 5. All right, do it again, where we have 0. So 0 times negative 2 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. And you might start seeing the pattern here. I'm going down by 2s each one, so you really wouldn't have to continue. I'm going to have 1, and then positive 2, I would then have negative 1. All right, so now we need to graph these points. I'm going to take and I'm going to have negative 2. Remember, you walk to the elevator, then you go up and down. So negative 2, and then I'm going up positive. That kind of goes off a little bit, 7. Negative 1, up 5, 0, 3, 1, 1, and then over 2, down 1. And notice how this is in a straight line. You'll know that you made a mistake if they don't come into a straight line because this is a linear function. All right, letter B, graph the function 6x minus 2y is equal to 0. Notice in this case, it's not giving us a domain. But what we can do is we can pick any numbers that we would like to plug in. I'm going to just plug in a negative. I'm going to start with -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Those are some numbers. And really, all you really need are 2 points in order to graph. So let's start then with our equation. We have 6x minus 2y is equal to 0. And we're going to plug in then, we're going to plug in this -2 for x minus 2y is equal to 0. Now this one's going to take a little bit more work to solve because those variables were both on the same side. So I'm going to add the 12, and I have -2y is equal to 12. And y is going to be equal to, so I divided by -2 to -6. Now, you're probably thinking that was a lot of work, which it was. There is an easier way. We can rearrange, but certainly you can solve them going like this. But if you take that first equation, the 6x minus 2y is equal to 0, and if I solve for that y, especially in this case where I've got these numbers and they're divisible by that 6x, I'm just going to solve for the y. If I do that, what I'm going to find is that I have -2y is equal to -6. All right, so let's just solve for y here. I'm going to divide by -2. I'm going to have y is equal to, oops, I forgot my x, 3x. So now that I've rearranged and I've solved for y, now when I go and I plug in these variables, you're going to notice that it's a lot easier. I have y is equal to 3 times -2. Y is going to be equal to -6. And notice you got the same answer, that -6. So let's back up and we'll do, let's plug in then our next number. So when x is equal to -1, I'm going to have y is equal to -3. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. When x is equal to 1, y is going to be equal to 3. And plug in the last one, which is 2, I'll have 6. So now we have these points that we can graph. I'm going to go -2, -6. I'll have 1, or -1, -3. 0, 0, 1, 3, and 2, 6. And again, they're all in a straight line because this is a linear equation. And if they're not, again, you made a mistake on solving for one of them. All right, example 4, how do I graph from a word problem? You are taking music lessons, and the book for the lessons costs $15. You are charged $5 per lesson. Let C represent the total cost, and N represent the number of lessons. So write the equation to model this situation. So again, you've got your total cost, and they're saying let letter C total cost. And then you are going to pay for that book one time. So you're going to make that $15 payment. And after that, you're going to be charged $5 for every lesson. And they're saying let N represent the number of lessons. So you have this equation that is C is equal to 15 plus 5N. So when we're making our solutions, so then when I go plug in, for example, 0, so after you take 0 lessons, all you've done is you bought in your book. So that cost you $15. Now let's plug in a 2, where we have the N. So we have, for 2 lessons, the lessons are going to cost us $10, 5 for each of them, and then we already had paid for that book. So now we have paid $25, and let's plug in a 4. After 4 lessons, you'll have spent $20 on your lessons, and then plus the 15, so you're at $35. And then when you have 6 lessons, that's $30 plus the book that you paid for, so you're going to have $45. And so now we can graph this relationship where, so these on the bottom here, this is going to be our number of lessons. And then the side number is going to be our total cost. And we could even put the C and then the number of lessons, which is our X. All right, so let's go ahead. So when we had 0 lessons, we had paid for $15, that's for the book. After 2 lessons, we had paid $25. After 4 lessons, we paid $35. And after 6 lessons, we paid a total of $45. And so this is what this looks like. These are all solutions to this equation. So in this lesson, we took a look at how to check if coordinates are solutions to the equations and how to graph linear functions.